Professor Raymond Noby and Associate Professor Ed Getley, Department of Ancient History, log entry number 1. Here at Castle Kandar with my wife Henrietta and daughter Annie, I believe we have made several astounding finds. In addition to commonplace weaponry of the late 13th and early 14th centuries, we believe we have uncovered clear evidence of the distinct combination of sulfur, carbon, and potassium nitrate unique to modern gunpowder.
Until now, gunpowder was believed to have been in use only in China and the Middle East during this time period. We found residue on arrowheads and a payload that appears to have been fired from a catapult. Remarkable discoveries.
And here was the first to unearth a mass grave of soldiers just 10 meters north of the castle's curtain wall.
Strangely, the soldiers' skeletal remains seem to have been clothed in their armor after death, when decomposition of the skin had already taken place.
Spirits and expectations are high, as the four of us plan to explore the castle's rear chamber tomorrow.
This is Annie Noby at the ruins of Castle Kandar. My father made an astonishing discovery earlier this week, an ancient volume in surprisingly preserved condition. It is fully illustrated and includes extensive text that we identified as Sumerian. This would place the date of the book's writing sometime between 3100 and 2500 BCE, thousands of years before the construction of the castle itself, and most likely in southern Mesopotamia. Upon further examination, we found that the book was missing several pages. I am happy to report that upon my exploration of a deep pit beneath the ground of the castle courtyard, I located and retrieved all of the missing pages. Tomorrow, I will leave Castle Kandar for the United States, where I will rejoin Ed Getley and my parents to study and translate the book in full.
This is Professor Raymond Noby, Department of Ancient History, log entry number 2. I believe I have made a significant find in the Castle of Kandar. Having journeyed there with my wife Henrietta, my daughter Annie, and Associate Professor Ed Getley, it was in the rear chamber of the castle that we stumbled upon something remarkable. Naturum de Monto, the Book of the Dead. My wife and I brought the book to this cabin where I could study it undisturbed. It was here that I began the translations. The book speaks of a spiritual presence, a thing of evil that roams the forests and the dark bowers of man's domain. It is through the recitation of the book's passages that this dark spirit is given license to possess the living. Repeated here are the phonetic pronunciations of those passages. Kanda, Estrata, Amantos. Ir Gretz, Gat Nos Veratos. Kanda, Amantos, Kanda.
What was that? Henrietta? Are you all right, darling? Henrietta?
Oh,
I know you're in there, honey. Just let me in so we can talk.
Please, Henrietta, stay away.
I know now that my wife has become host to a Kandarian demon. I fear that the only way to stop those possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment. I would leave now to avoid this horror. But for myself, I have seen the dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me. Nevertheless, I have not yet relinquished all hope. The book contains a passage pertaining to a savior, an angel from the heavens who was prophesied to have destroyed evil. Included in the pages is an incantation said to summon the savior. I will attempt to call him forth to remedy my ailing wife and, God willing, save me as well. I now recite the summoning passage. Nos Feratos, Alo Memnon Kanda.
No! Don't hurt me.
Oh, how I've longed to feel your skin against mine.
Henrietta, stop.
No, no. I was about to begin my main course.
Not on my watch!
She was my wife.
That creature was not your wife, but is a deadite.
Are you the savior?
I'm Henry the Red, Duke of Shale, but I fought alongside the Savior. We must cleave this vile thing to bits before it returns with renewed vigor, lad.
I'm afraid there are more in the woods.
Blows, blood, and death!
Wait, I can't do it alone.
Check the room at the back.
I have made several additional attempts to summon the Savior through recitation of book passages to no avail. However, I have been visited by all manner of seemingly unrelated persons who appear to have prior knowledge of the book and so-called Deadites, although none have identified themselves as the Savior.
You're looking for Ash.
Ash?
Ash, el jefe, the savior of mankind. I'm el brujo especial, so you got close, but you want Ash.
Pablo, less yapping and more weapon finding. This place is surrounded.
I'm fully loaded.
Creepy old man, you staying or going?
Into the woods? My wife is here, chained in the cellar. I'm afraid she's been affected by the book.
You might want to chop her up.
Is there any other way?
He's got the book. You could try to transfer the demon out of her and into someone else, but you're really better off chopping her up. Let's roll.
What the?
Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry. Does it hurt? Can I offer you some ibuprofen?
What? Yes, it freaking hurts!
Truly, I can't apologize enough. This really is my only option.
Why are you doing this?
I have no choice. On my last expedition, I found the Necronomicon. I became obsessed with its power. It called to me, overtook me, so I read from the book and summoned the Kandarian demon. It was magnificent, unlike anything I've ever seen, until it possessed my wife, Henrietta. That's why she's chained up down here. Nothing else worked. Maybe I can find a way to get the demon out of her and into you. Sadir, Sadir, Dinishi.
Professor, please! Help me!
Isiba Ashina.
Quiet, dear. I'll kill you before I eat you.
Ashina Kie Kanda. May God forgive me for what I have unleashed onto this earth. Last night, Henrietta tried to kill me. It's now October 1st, 4:33 p.m. Henrietta is dead. I could not bring myself to dismember her corpse, but I dragged her down the steps and I buried her. I buried her in the cellar. God help me. I buried her in the earthen floor of the fruit cellar. I'm going to leave here now while there is still daylight. I will drive to the nearest telephone to warn Annie and Ned not to come here. Annie can never know what became of her mother, of that poor innocent girl in the cellar. I'll never return to this horrid place, and I pray that no one else discovers it. However, as a precaution, I've recorded a guide that utilizes specific passages from the book, and I will leave it behind. If followed, may put an end to this evil presence and return it to the netherworld.
I think it's recording now. What do you want to say?
I can't concentrate with her looking at me.
Just turn away. Face the fire. Ignore her.
Her eyes and the noises.
Hey, shut up, Cheryl.
If anyone hears this, please tell my family that I love them.
Hold on. We're gonna be okay.
I think we should leave right now.
We can't move Linda.
We'll leave her and we'll come back in the morning. Ash can stay with her. She's Ash's girlfriend.
Ash isn't gonna want us to.
I'm saying we just leave right now without him.
Ash, I think we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. We still have a few more hours before morning.
This is Annie Nobi. My mother and father are not here. My father's recording said he buried her in the fruit cellar. There is something in the cellar, but it is not my mother.
Give me a hand with this chain. We don't want anything getting out.
Ed Getley fell ill. He's dead now. We killed him. We had to. I do not know how this night will end, but
I'd stay away from that window if I were you, Bobby, too.
I do know that my father and I, the book we found in Castle Kandar, it was never meant for the world of the living. The hell it has let loose cannot be undone, and I can never atone for the pain I've caused. But if I survive this night, I will devote my life to defeating this evil thing. I will employ everything I have learned in my years of study to send it back to hell.
Hey, Dr. Smarty Pants, why don't you find a weapon, too? Because this thing doesn't respond well to facts and figures, and it ain't leaving without a fight.